All right. Red light's on. Hopefully we are working here because that would be a flawless members only and a flawless regular live, meaning everything worked as it should right off.
Oh, you just jinxed it.
It's not working, isn't it?
Oh. I see comments coming in.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there was no numbers that showed nobody was in here. And I'm like, that's not right. I think it does a delay. All right. I think we're working. What's happening at Fishing Friends? Welcome to another live, Saturday Night Live. Tonight will be a fun one, joined by Paul from G3 Baits. Paul, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, Paul, if you guys remember, Paul was actually at the members only meetup here, or not the members only meetup, the Fishing Fishing meetup here that we did in Iowa. And if you guys remember a while back, I had one of the soft plastics that I thought was badass. It was the Pew Pew 30-06 shell in a plastic as a Ned worm. That was Paul. Paul made those. So in case you're wondering, we'll talk baits. Yeah, right there. That's freaking sweet. So we'll be talking, baits, and more importantly, coming up, fall fishing overrated versus underrated. I was looking at stuff to add here because I noticed StreamYard had a whole bunch of updates. Still doesn't have the thing where you can like interact on screen with people. They added like some different bubble things and stuff for the screen layout stuff, but because I wanted to have like a cool thing where I could like pop up the bait and then like move it to overrated versus underrated. I think last time I did one of these, we did like an Excel spreadsheet. I'm not going to do that. We're going to pick baits and then we're just going to talk about them, overrated versus underrated. But first I want to see, so we had the false fall kick kind of come through here. So cold last week. Today I think highest 60. I was going to go out early tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be like 40 at like 6 or 7 in the morning. So cold, chilly, right? And then we've got warm weather coming up toward the end of next week, like Wednesday, Thursday. It's supposed to be like 85, something like that. So false fall, as we get into fall turnover and fall fishing, I want you all, as we're going through, to give recommendations on lures. Yes. Oh yeah. Basil. Great point. I can do that. That's a good call. Let me bring that up. I forget about that, honestly. And I think I might have members to gift, which I should have done that before so people could have joined members only, but good call. I forget that thing is on there. I always forget you have to have a whole different thing brought up. And so let's see if we go to DEBO'S Fishing, view your channel, overrated versus underrated. Mute. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Do I have members to gift? Show support. Members gifting. You have 10 to give. Okay, so here's 5. Like I should have done this before. I was dumb of me. And then I think I'll have another 5. So Douglas, Mark, Just Greg, Rugaru, and Leanne. And then we got another 5. I'm getting them all out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Let's see. Dunks, Polychris, Ray, Chris, Mitch. All right, there you go. Thanks for becoming members. There's your gift. You can be a member for a month. I was just telling the other folks on the members live that we did a little members only live pre-show. Got a couple fun members only deals coming up. I want to try to do the members lives more. Chris reminds me I got to do those. So thank you for staying with me on that. If you guys ever have ideas, let me know. I like that. I like ideas. Most underrated Lunker Hunt Spider. Whoops. Lunker Hunt Phantom Spider. Yeah, that's not even going to be on the list, Basilis. Don't put that on there. So let's start with Paul. I'm going to put you on the spot, Paul. What do you think right now? What do you think is your like? Well, no, I shouldn't even start there.
It's not drop shot. It's not the dork shot.
Not the dork shot. You and Greg throwing that. Okay, so what do you think going into fall? What's like your number one that you're usually produces for you?
Anything really walking or buzzbait was huge for me last September. I think I had a day where I caught like 13 fish on my pond that I fish, and it was insane. Didn't matter what color it was.
Man, yeah, last year I just sucked it up on the buzzbait. I couldn't get anything. I need to throw it more. I know Chris, that obviously fishes around here with me, our local resident kayak champion. We all bow to Chris. Has been doing well on a buzzbait, but yeah, just definitely not my thing. But that's a good one. Yeah, what do we think? Let's go here. So I do like the walking bait. Walking bait is definitely one of mine. So that I can talk on. Yeah, and there's so many good ones out there. That's the cool part is you kind of find something that works for you, whether it's like a smaller, more finesse one. And that's something too. Going like smaller to match the hatch, like this year's forage, or going really big. It seems like either end of the spectrum is the way to go. So
yeah. Well, I got 2 new ones coming to me courtesy of Mr. Debo. So
yes. Hats off. Thank you so much to everybody. Frickin' blew me away. You guys, I think, sold my my walking bait. If y'all saw the video, the folks over at LureNet were cool enough to let me do a custom color on a Boyo spook. And I think they sold out in like 7 or 8 hours. So freaking awesome. Thank you all so much for the support. I'm just happy they're selling and people like them. And, you always have that in the back of your mind. They're like, no, we think it'd be awesome. We think your fans would like that, a limited edition. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what if they're out there for like months and they don't sell? But that wasn't the case. So I owe that to all of you. Thank you all so freaking much. Let's see. So yeah, what do we think? So walking bait, I think walking bait's pretty much on everybody's list as a go-to banger. Walking bait, whether it's small, large, it's one of the 2 lures, walking bait or a jerk bait. I feel like one of those 2 lures that can trigger a bite the way others cannot. Just there's something about them that, it's that kicking bait fish action. But let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the donkey rig too a little bit more this fall, just to mess around. I'm really wanting to throw it. I just haven't tied it on.
Yeah. I think maybe it was Chris was asking me about that. I tried it once and I'm just not, I wasn't big on it. I love a fluke. Absolutely love a fluke. I actually just I didn't even know these existed. We can go look at this. Okay. Did that post?
Yeah, I voted on it.
Okay. Doesn't show it on my other YouTube screen, which is weird.
Yeah, it didn't show up here. I saw it in the app.
Yeah, I had to go to my other actual thing here, and I don't know why. Is everybody seeing that? Is everybody seeing the overrated versus underrated on the actual? I don't know, because usually it has like, oh, you have to click on it. Okay, never mind. Stupid user error here. Let me share this. So I was looking here. Speaking of flukes, actually, that's funny because before we hopped on, I wanted to see if these were out there yet or not, and they still don't have them out. But yeah, for a fluke, this is going to be my go-to hook. I cannot wait for this. And actually, I was thinking I need to talk to some people who use like the UV fly stuff, because as I'm looking at this, I could probably honestly make my own. I just need to get some of that UV like fly tying stuff where you put a little dab on and it hardens when you put a UV light on it. Because all this is like, 25-pound fluorocarbon is this keeper. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking I could do this for some of my Ned rigs and stuff too, because I make these little Ned jigs. This would be absolutely perfect for it.
There's is it Harmony? Somebody sells one on Amazon, like a plastic keeper add-on. You know what? Let me look and see if I can find it while you're doing your thing.
Yeah, so Big Bites. So it was, what was it? Pat Schlapper, I think was his name, or whatever. I don't remember who it was. Guy that just won the Bassmaster deal up in, where was it? Wisconsin? I think Wisconsin on the Mississippi, wherever they were fishing. Was throwing the Big Bite baits. Fluke. I didn't even know they had one, I'll be honest. But he was like talking about stuff, and he's like, the only reason it caught my eye, because usually I'm a Zoom fluke, like through and through. That's my for sure favorite. But he's like, I really like these, which he's sponsored by him too. So of course he's throwing Big Bites. But the thing was, he's like, the reason I like these over some of the other brands is these are heavier. And I was like, ooh, that's one thing with a regular Zoom is sometimes they fall a little bit slower. Mm. So I never even knew they had these. So the Big Bite Jerk Minnow, it's like full of salt and heavier. It doesn't list a weight. but
Yeah.
has somewhere it says that's loaded with salt. So it makes it heavier. You can cast it a little bit easier and it falls quicker. But yeah, I got a couple of these. Actually, they're on sale. I don't know why they're on sale, but
I don't know if you saw what I just held up, but
oh no, I'm sorry. I'm in the sharing screen.
you're good.
Is that those?
So no, this is mine.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my other. I think I posted you saw it on Instagram with the color because it's a half color.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a tilapia type laminate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have that too on top of the normal like standard jerkbait.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, let's jump over. I have to flip back and forth. Okay, so out of 70 votes almost. Oh, it is 70 votes. So there it is. Buzzbait for fall. Underrated or overrated? Underrated. Okay. The crowd has spoken. Underrated buzzbaits. Yeah, and I love them. I like a more finesse buzzbait. I've talked before, the Picasso Toad Slayer, I think it is. Love that one. It's a little bit smaller, more compact. I feel like I have a better hookup ratio on it. Somebody was asking me before trailer hook on them. It just depends. If they're really eating it, there's days where I've never needed a trailer hook, like they're hitting it. I feel like if you're running a skirted buzzbait, a little bit different profile. Sometimes, a lot of times they're slapping at it, the buzzbait. Then I throw it on. I kind of let the fish dictate. But especially as the water gets colder, I tend to go away from a plastic buzzbait. So like a naked buzzbait is what I call it, with like a fluke or a craw, something like that. I'll tend to go back to the skirted ones more and just have a little bit of more bulk to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, maybe I'm not the guy to talk to because last year I pretty much skunked on the buzzbait. So historically, though, they've been good, just not last year. So yeah, anyway, these big bite jerk minnows, didn't know they had them 5-inch. Are they all sold out in 5-inch? Oh no, just certain ones. Yeah, like this blueback herring I got, which looks like a shiner color, which is absolutely sick for around here in the Midwest. Pearl, I think that's what he was throwing, was like a white pearl one. Course River guys and their white flukes. It's a thing. But yeah, never knew those existed. So all right, so we said walking bait. I don't know that those are necessarily, people will probably say those are overrated. I think those are aptly rated. It's one that you should, in my opinion, always have with you for fall fishing. What else? What do we got? I have not been on top of comments. I have been doing bad. Okay. Let's see. Tom, NK180 gave up. My NK180 gave up the ghost today. I'm not sure what that means. NK180 gave up the ghost today. I don't know. You got a motor, though. That's pretty sweet. I want a motor, but I need the electronics first because mine took a crap. Dio Aerodex rods, underrated? Yes, completely agree. For $50, well, they've probably gone up now, but yeah, great. Hey, Gramps. Pricing doesn't show, make something overrated, especially when they catch fish. Yeah, I agree. So I think what he's saying, like something might be priced overrated. Yeah, it's kind of two different categories, honestly, because something might be a little bit more expensive, but if it catches fish, it's worth it, right? Just because something's cheap doesn't mean it's good, and vice versa. So let's see. Buzzbait's got some trick worms for the drop shot. Yeah, let's go drop shot. Vintage fisherman weighing in here. We got a lot of drop shot talk out there. We happen to have a drop shot connoisseur here.
Yeah,
what do you
the
think?
dork shot is my thing.
Yeah.
And I tinker way too much.
Here we go. Overrated or underrated? No, that's the fun part of messing with it, like showing some of the smaller hooks and stuff you were using.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's fun to mess with stuff like that. What would you say if you had for fall fishing your number one type of plastic for a drop shot, as somebody that throws it all the time?
So I almost always, simply because my son named the color, I always have on, for the most part, watermelon stew, which is half of what that tequila sunrise was you were throwing.
Yep.
So it's this color because I feel like it works no matter the water clarity. So it's like it almost looks very earthwormy in the water. But
that whole profile, is that this type of worm you were talking to, like a robo worm type, like a
thin... I mean, I have some others I throw. Like I'll throw this one right here is just a standard like
Oh, you got to go up. There you go.
There we go. Finesse worm style.
Yeah.
It's got that bell tail on the back. I also I have a 3.5-inch jerkbait. I'll throw a lot when it's actually when it is colder. I caught my first bass this year, January 1st, when I was in Springfield on that.
On the old drop and shot.
Yep.
Yeah, it works, and I will definitely say from the kayak, hands down, it's 1,000 times easier than on the bank. On the bank, I snagged mine so much. Yeah, it's just wasn't fun. So,
yeah,
Jason,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I almost always Texas rig or Texpose my hooks.
Hmm.
And I use the cylinder, the like very skinny teardrop, not the regular teardrop, but very skinny one. And I don't really snag all that often. Now I will lose a weight, here and there, but
sure.
Yeah.
Jason caught over 20 bass today with the 3-inch Mayer. Dude, Rapala crushed their plastics.
Pun intended.
Pun completely intended. Crush City was perfect. I mean, I haven't used a single one that I haven't liked. There's Gramps. Gramps, hope you get better soon, buddy. Recovering is boring me to death. Yeah, but it'll be worth it, brother. It will be worth it. That was a big deal to have. So I'm just good you're here, healing up. Get with it. Get with the healing process and just roll, buddy. Boyo Spook, yes, I have a special spot in my heart for the Boyo Spook. Went down the popper rabbit hole after sending you a couple poppers. I actually caught fish with it. Yay! A custom poop bait. I have not. That's one thing I have not thrown. I got some of the depths ones. Gosh, who was that? I think Chris got me some. I got some of the missile bait ones. I got a couple. The Yamamoto one's the only one I've thrown, and I was like, this actually makes sense because it's real heavy. The Yamatanuki. Last year when it was cold, I'm going to test it again this year because it's like 3/4 of an ounce, something like that. It's like a really heavy plastic. So you can fish it like a jig on the bottom, but it's Texas rigged. So you've got an EWG Texas rigged hook. So it's like a weedless jig / Texas rigged plastic. Very interesting. I think it'll definitely be a spot in my arsenal. And I kind of forget about them, to be honest, but especially in cold water, just slow hop on that, I think will be great. Okay, let's see. What did everybody say? Overrated versus, oh, wow, underrated for the old dork shot. Almost 70 votes again. Okay, I'm in the poll. 60 to 39%. Wow, okay. Well, got a bunch of nerds out there, I guess. That's fine. That's what you want to throw. No, I'm joking. It does definitely work. Donkey rig. Yeah, that's one I tried a while back. Somebody was just talking to me about that, and it felt like a tangled mess. I didn't like it. So I don't know. There's people that try it and like it. So that's the 2 fluke rigs. So you've got like a swivel, that slides up and down. You've got your 2 lines of 2 flukes. So when you're working, it's like 2 little bait fish, flitting around after each other. But yeah, it's something I tried it once and was just not my deal. There's Jim, Tackle Junkie in the house. What's up, man? We need to get you on sometime. Hopefully once work starts slowing down or whatever, hours or whatever change, we'll get you on. What else? What should the next bait be? Let's see. What else we got? Accident. What's up? What's up, TJ? What's up? Copycat. Just some UV resin. Yeah, I need to get some. I don't know which the lure ones they use out there, but I want to get some. I'm sure Lure Parts or Barlow's or somebody has it. I just need to look it up and get some. Let's see. Hello, Jerkbaits, Manners. What's up? No, what do we got? What do we got for the next? Oh yeah, that's a really good point. The Strike King caffeine shads are heavier too. Yes, I will say that. I just don't have many of those, and I want to try those because I like the skinnier fork tail on those big bite bait ones that are more like a zoom fluke. But that's just me. Check out a Yamamoto D shad. What is a Yamamoto D shad? Do I know what that is?
That one went crazy this year, and I think I saw it 75 times on my social medias. It was insane.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what it will be under. Is it a worm?
No, it's right there. Yeah, somewhere. It's got to be it right there.
Oh, okay. So it's like a pointy-tailed fluke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've never thrown these. Are they heavier like the regular Yamamoto stuff?
I can't say that one. I've never thrown them.
Has the density to stay down even when worked aggressively. Yeah, because that's exactly it. The Zoom ones, they're so light that once you start working it, yeah, they'll tend to pop up to the top. So that's why I like those big bite. Yeah, I'll have to try these too. I've honestly never seen these or tried them. Ooh, a little perp, a little pro blue perp. There's that tilapia. Olive shed. Oh, there it is. There's the shiner color. That's the color for around here, baby. I'll have to get some of those. Never seen them. There you go.
Somebody commented Guggen. I'm assuming for the underrated, overrated.
Googie?
Yeah, Guggen.
I didn't even know they were still making stuff. They're not even still a thing. I don't even think that applies now these days. Let's go. Okay, here, let's go one for me. So we're gonna go old school favorite of mine. Let's see. I'm gonna see kind of where the crowd is at with this these days. Okay, what do y'all think? Overrated, underrated, the old spinnerbait. Chris and I were just out, did a little river fishing the other day. It was pretty slow. The day started out good. Got on a handful of spinnerbait fish, and then the day just completely dropped off. So we got some other spots we're gonna try, but spinnerbait was doing it. I love a spinnerbait, my man. I look forward to it. Should be good this fall, but we'll see what other people say. Someone I want to say 10 horse to W all back with floating worm and a hook swivel. Yeah, 10 horse. 10 horse is a great dude. Gabe usually stops in to say hi sometime. A floating worm and a hook with a swivel that got me in trying a fluke. With the swivel and the D-shad, the jerk minnow are nice. Yes, you could make your own. The thing I just love about that VMC one is that it's welded, or that it's already cut, or that it's already connected directly to the hook, so you don't have to use a snap or anything. And it's got the keeper on it. But if I find some UV resin stuff, I'm sure I could find a way to get like a little swivel on there. I don't know. We'll see. What's the best knot for a buzzbait? I don't know that there is necessarily. I think your normal knot for a cast and wind lure like that.
I think it just matters what line.
Yeah. If you're throwing braid versus regular, yeah. I use, whether braid or fluorocarbon, doesn't matter. The double Shindo will hold both of those perfectly fine. Zoom fluke has better action if it doesn't show banana shit. Yeah, that's the exact reason I stopped throwing them. There was some knucklehead that commented on that video when I was like, I haven't thrown the flukes. I started throwing them a few years back, a lot more, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I just kind of got away from them because all of the ones I'd had, they would end up all banana shaped and kinked in the bottom of the bag. Bruce, one trick for that is, I don't have a bag of plastics right here, but anyway, take your bag of plastics, push all the flukes to the bottom like you're squeezing the end out of the toothpaste roll, squeeze them all to the bottom, open the bag, and then like tight roll it, and then seal it where there's no air in there. It'll kind of keep them all at the bottom straight, almost like a vacuum sealed like meats or whatever. And that helps. But yeah, that's one thing I hate about flukes is they get all kinked up and then they don't work.
See, now that's something you could talk about is like and this is just because my nerd brain with plastics now, their plastic is different because this one, for instance, has been sitting in my truck / bag for the better part of 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, here's the bag it came from. There's nothing,
Yeah, I think it's like the tough part is like, especially with backpacks, it's once they start to get flipped up on their side and they go sideways down, that's when it jacks them up.
Maybe.
Okay, let's see. What are we at for votes? Do we have 70 votes on this one? Ooh, 78. Underrated. Yes. Underrated spinnerbait. I completely agree because, well, in this one, almost 80 votes on that one. Because you know what I think has pretty much overshot that for everybody as the go-to bait? Chatterbait. If you think of a moving bait and a confidence moving bait for how many people out there nowadays, Chatterbait. Spinnerbait's uncool. Old thing, you know. I was going to say something about spinnerbaits too, and I completely forgot. Lost my train of thought. I got on the Chatterbait rant. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, spinnerbaits. Get excited about them. Let's see. Hey, Hawk in the house. So Hawk just made something pretty absolutely badass for me that will be on a video coming up. Oh, dude, yeah, I am excited for it. I'll have to see what it looks like on video though, like for the formatting, Hawk, because I'm not sure. It looks like it's a small square, so I'm not sure how that'll look. But yeah, anyway. So he said, what's happening? Signed up and won my first kayak fishing tournament today. Got nothing on the drop shot, but my big bass on a frog. Yes. The frog. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. That is awesome to hear. Let's see. Hey, Kuda's in the house. What's up, Kuda? Love drop shots, but what a pain in the arse to throw. I know. Paddle tail and hang on. Okay, let's go there. This is one of those baits. If anybody asks me, like, do you have a bait that you think anytime you tie on that it should automatically catch fish? This is it. 100% paddle tail. When I throw them, I'm like, how do fish not eat this? Like every time. And then there's, yeah, some days where they just won't. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all have any tips for throwing the swim baits in your area? Little paddle tails? It is one. Yeah, I mean, you can go underspin, so you can put a little flare on it and, you know, underspin it up. I think that's what Chris was throwing behind me when we were out the other day. He was throwing an underspin behind my spinner bait and catching fish that I didn't fish. So kind of a little downsized, you know, spinner bait look to it.
Or your friend, the overspin.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Especially from the bank or around grass. That is my go-to. Yeah, the overspin, the first gen top spin is what they call it. Great little bait. They've went up in price though. I hate that. I mean, obviously everything has, but I feel like when those first come out, like those went up even after or even before the tariff crap. So if we go look, so first gen baits, they've got some neat stuff out there, but they've actually got the two-tone spinner baits too I was throwing earlier in the year. And the copperhead, speaking of, if you're a fan of the bladed jig, these are definitely more of a shallow water runner. They've got two BBs up here where this blade clicks on it. It definitely has a loud sound, but they're shallow running. So I would say half ounce, honestly, is where I start. 3/8 runs quite shallow. So those are neat. But yeah, so the top spin is $8.99 for one. And people were saying they were having troubles with them with the titanium wire breaking off, which I hadn't had that problem ever on one of these. So it's kind of like, oh, hopefully they fix that. So yeah, because I like those.
Off of your video and lost them literally broke them off on 3 fish.
The top thing?
Yep.
Wow. Let's see if that's what the, yeah, because that was multiple people said they bought one and it fixed the wire. Weak wire. Wow, look at that. Holy crap. Yeah, I've had great luck with mine, but yeah, people were telling me like, do you have yours break? I was like, no, mine have been fine. So that's not good. Hopefully they fix that with the wire thing. I don't know why that would be, especially with a titanium wire. I guess how it's connected or whatever. I don't know, but
I assume when they're casting the jig head, it's already in there. And if not, then it's got to be because they're putting the resin in after.
I don't. And just coming unglued or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting to see how it's breaking or where it's breaking at. If it's even with that or I don't know. Yeah, but they make some cool stuff. What were we going to look at? What were we just talking about before that? I said when I was going to go there.
Paddle tail, and then you were talking about.
Oh yeah, underspin. Oh, I guess that's what I was going to look at was that because we were talking overspin.
I found those hook keepers, by the way, that I was.
Oh, what are they? Are they at Tech Warehouse?
No, they're on Amazon. Harmony Fishing. Yeah, they're just like a plastic cake keeper that goes on after the fact.
Am I sharing? No. Let me look, see if they're on here. Harmony Fishing.
I don't think they're on Amazon for sure. Or I mean,
they're not.
Tackle Warehouse. No, I have it up if you want.
Yeah, I don't see them. Yeah, if you throw it up there, I can share your thing.
Yep.
Let's see. Take my advice. The drop shot will ruin your day when it gets caught up in your motor. Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, I've been there. What was it? Last year, the year before, I was fishing the lipless, and I caught that big fish, and it ended up getting under my boat and caught in my motor. And okay, before presenting a screen, remove other media. Oh, okay. Got to stop sharing that first. There we go.
So yeah, just.
Oh, interesting. I wonder how well it'll stay though. Yeah, because that's exactly what I want to do. Is that top one right there?
So
that's what I want to do with the Ned rig.
From what I understand, I mean, this is their, thing. It says right there. It kind of just like, unlike anything else, and I'll stop sharing now. But it slides from the bottom of the hook up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I saw it and I had it in my cart at one point, and I was like, whatever, and never went back to it. But
you have to get on here and look, because I know there's jig people that use that stuff for like fly tying and stuff, and you wouldn't need much. Just a little bit of that UV resin would would be fine. You can make your own. Okay, let's see. Do we have some up here? Oh yeah. Underrated is the paddle tail. Wow. Okay. 70 votes again on that one. 67% saying the paddle tail is underrated. Are we going to get it over? Do we have an overrated? I think buzzbait was overrated, right? I think that was our first overrated.
Oh, that was underrated.
Was it? Have we had an overrated yet? I don't remember.
That was as close as we got, I think.
Let's see. Cuda tied on a major with the tush for the Monday at the. Oh, okay. Yep. I haven't got anything in the freeloader, Mike, either. Crushed soft plastics are legit. I agree, Blind Eye. Adam, I'll have a bait held back for you too, man. So that will be coming to you. That'll probably be a couple weeks, honestly, before I get them done. But Gramps, if anybody's looking to tune in, Gramps may go live on Monday to talk about his recent adventures with the doctors. My goodness. Yes, that has been quite the adventure, I would say. Let's see. Poop. Here, let's go here. Let's go. Actually, it's gonna be a twofer, because I kind of put these in the same kind of strange lure category. And if you vote and feel strongly one way or another, you're gonna have to tell me why, because I'm gonna lump them together here. So poop baits and dice baits. So the furry dice bait things, underrated or overrated? What do you all think? I've given my thoughts on the poop baits. The Yamatanuki I really like. I can definitely see a spot for it. I've still not thrown the dice baits yet. So I don't know. If y'all have, tell me your stories here. Hashtag Guggen. The Yamaduki, yep. The Bomba, yep. That was the missile bait one I got. Yes, Wendell does love the Yamatanuki. He throws that thing a lot. I think, was it last year I had him on? He caught a really big, was like a 6-pounder or something on that thing, right? People can't power fish a drop shot. You can go power shot and go heavier line, heavier hook. I think there's a name for it. I don't remember.
I think it's called power shot.
Is it power shot? Okay, yeah. So you can go heavier drop shot. People do it.
And now they got that new one. Well, it's not new. It was out last year, but now it's really gaining some traction where you tie the Ned rig as the weight.
Oh yeah, drop dead Ned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm based on fun, not effectiveness. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you vote how you want. It's your vote to use how you guys like. Fuzzy dice over. Oh, there we go. Fuzzy baits. Yes. Carolina rig. It depends where you're at and what you're doing. Usually it's kind of a creaturey type bait people will use. But I mean, you can Carolina rig a worm. Yeah, you just kind of got to mess with it. Something with like a little bit of action to the back of it, usually. Trying fuzzy baits for the first time tomorrow. Patrick, overrated line conditioner for fluorocarbon. The science says fluoro doesn't absorb any liquid, so how can silicone soften the line? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I put it on right at the beginning, and I noticed it does help. It seems like it anyway. but I am horrible at reapplying afterwards. I don't know if it just like makes it stay more limp. Is that a thing? I don't know. I never reapply, and honestly, I haven't been using it lately. But I feel like it used to help. How? I don't know. It's a good question.
Tackle Junkie commented, he goes, he uses on everything, and it keeps it limp. That's what he said.
Okay. Yep.
I've never used it. Can't speak to it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, awesome, Ozzy. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, because I think mine were just too normal. So he said I found shorter fluke should be on the main line, and the free-floating swivel one should be the longer fluke. Interesting. Okay. Googan is on life support. Oh, poor Googies. Yeah, I thought they were done, so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They just released something. Spinner's the winner. And this is Sunline Overrated. Ooh, Sunline Overrated. Yeah, we can go lines. We can get into gear here too. Yeah, honestly, the main ones I use, P-Line Tactical, for sure is my go-to. I've used the Seagar and VizX. That was one of the other for sure go-tos, or the Red Label before all that went up. Red Label used to be $9 at Walmart. Now that was just always my go-to for the longest time. But yeah, Sunline, I want to say I've had really good luck with a Sniper, I think. Sunline Sniper has been really, really good. We can go lines. Bait Fuel Scents. Yeah, I'm not an additional scent guy, so I'm not the guy to ask. Berkeley Power Bait is for sure the one that I have the most confidence in for scent. Okay. Dice and Poop Baits, it's in. Overrated 72%, underrated 27%. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a dog in that fight. I mean, I can't tell you. I haven't fished them, so it's something I need to mess with more. They're saying they absolutely kill on a drop shot. Weightless, I think guys have been using them too, but I don't know. Ooh, Ruben, I don't like the spinnerbait because I can't tie a good enough knot. I've lost a few expensive ones. Are they breaking, or is your knot coming untied? That shouldn't be the issue. I would say look up my video on like the double Shindo, or like even a doubled over Palomar knot, depending on how heavy of line you're using. But yeah, if you're tying a good knot, that it shouldn't matter that it's on a spinnerbait. You should be fine. Yep. So Jim agreed. KBD line conditioner eliminated some serious frustration. Yep. Spinnerbait for the win. DEBO'S doing tackle prep for tomorrow's. What's up? Doing tackle prep. Yeah. Cool, dude. Well, good luck on the tourney. Rooster tail catches everything. Yeah, man. Rooster tails are great. From the bank, they get upsetting because they snag up with the little treble hook, I feel like. But yeah, if you've got like Rocky without a bunch of snags and stuff, I'll tell you what, a rooster tail, when they do stock trout, like if you don't care, there's the stigma around it that, if you fish for stock trout, you're an idiot because, they're easy to catch. Listen, I've tried all kinds of lures when they stock local trout here, and nothing crushes them like a rooster tail or an inline spinner. Fun as hell. They fight like heck on an ultralight. I had never fished them until, years back whenever I did that first trout video. They're a blast. If you just want to go out and catch some fish, walk around. Stock trout are cool as hell. I don't like eating them. I think they taste like crap. I do not like trout, and I love eating fish, but I don't think they taste good whatsoever. Anyone voted overrated on the spinnerbait should try a megabass. I've got a couple of those. I need to throw them. Somebody sent me, who was it? G-Fan, I think, sent me my first one, and somebody else sent me a couple. I need to throw them. KVD, okay, line conditioner. Remember to get the right power light for curing UV. Yeah, I've got a flashlight for it. I'll have to look because I've got one. Yeah, that's a good point, Andrew. I'll have to look to get a high power enough one that'll actually set it in, a quick time. Actually, I've got some UV lamps. I've got some of the Illuminite UV resin, but it's really watery. I was going to clear coat crankbaits in it, and I just never set up a UV box because you have to have like a UV box that's all closed in, and dark. And I didn't have anywhere for fumes, so I was using the 2-part epoxy. But I've got lights for it, so I bet those should work completely fine. Chatterbait. Do we go there? Let's do it. Let's throw it up there. And I will have a giveaway tonight since we've only got the OGs in here right now. 150 people watching. There will be a giveaway. I've been painting some lures. I've got Adam over at STG Custom Lures. I owe him some swim baits because he sent me that freaking awesome box of stuff, and I've been behind. Painting just hasn't been on the top of the list. I owe him. So when I was doing some of his stuff, I was kind of doing some off things as well. So I'll throw in a custom lure for you, and then some other lures. So it'll just be kind of like a goodie box for fall fishing. You let me know what you like and what you use. Let's see here. So let's just see. Let's see where people still stand on this thing. This is a chatterbait. With all the new chatterbaits out there, is anybody having luck on anything kind of different?
That Hags one has been good for me.
Yep. That was my go-to at the beginning of the year, testing it out. They sent me some. They sent me like a sweatshirt and some stuff. I don't work with them or anything. They had just seen some frog stuff that I had shared. And they sent me some stuff, a little gift box. But yeah, some of those. And I think, yeah, for like, I think they're $6. They've been pretty damn stellar. Most overrated chatter. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we get a big overrated on it. We'll see where we end up. Evo chatters with the freeloader trader. I like the Evos too, honestly. I think those are really good. Oh, Hawk, I was just talking about the size of it. Maybe it'll show up right, but whatever that size is for YouTube, this screen size. So it looked like it was a little square. Maybe it was just the way I downloaded. But we'll see how it looks like formatting, I guess. Yes, that's another really good point with your old fluorocarbon. If you take your old fluorocarbon and tie it to something or hook it to something and then stretch it out, that will make it lose that memory for most of the day while you're fishing it. Older it gets, the harder it gets. It'll get more brittle, so at one point you'll have to change it. But yeah, if it's still pretty new fluorocarbon, stretch it out and that'll take all those little rings and kinks out of it. Besides the first gen chatterbait from many years back, I've never used another chatterbait besides the one I've made myself, just being honest. Nothing wrong with that, dude. That's the fun part of making your own tackles. You can tinker and do your own stuff.
I like that willow vibe. You ever use that?
Willow vibe.
It's the just naked jig head with a literal willow spinnerbait blade that Z-Man makes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I have one. Yeah, it's got a really cool action. My buddy Dizzle, back when we were fishing, he had a couple and gave me one. It's got like a really erratic look to it. I don't think I ever threw it. He was throwing it that day. I don't think I've ever thrown it. One that I want to get on, and actually I'm going to do that one next, and we'll see. Because it's been one of the most requested, and now's the time where it's going to come into play. And see what people think about it. I forgot about them because I have them here. I'm bad at remembering to take different stuff with me. Yeah, that's what I thought. They've raised the price quite a bit because I feel like they used to be like $6, $5, something like that. Yeah, tackle price, dude. I agree. It's stupid, especially with gear. That's going to have to be a whole different rant on gear because the days of the $99 aluminum frame bait casters are gone, and I'm seeing more bait casters come out that are graphite frame for like $130, $140. Like, what is happening? Like, I don't know. We'll see. But yes, speaking of, right there, the new Daiwa Aired 80 reel, overrated. It's really weird because it casts well. I guess I'll put it this way. Marketing of it, highly overrated / to the point of piss me off. Actual use of it, good, but I wish it was an aluminum frame. But so again, talking about prices and what you're getting for that price. So yeah, we'll see. 2-piece Arids, chatterbaits, fully rated. Let's see. What's my opinion on these? Oh, I've been trying to give them. I thought maybe I haven't been doing a good job at that. Chatterbaits. I think chatterbaits are overrated. I think they're a crutch for a lot of people. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just they get to throwing it and then they're like, "Oh, this is the best." It's like anything, though. I guess you can get into your rut of just throwing something that works. Need something the crowd can hate on together. Okay, let's see. Where do we end up for? Oh, there it is. Chatterbait. Ooh, it's dipping back and forth. 77 votes. I'm ending it there. 56%. Okay, it was close. That was almost a flip of the coin. That was almost a Bassmaster Elite schedule flip of the coin. People were all pissed about that, weren't they? Dude, people in pro bass fishing are, I'm sorry, they're sissies because there's a bunch of crying of like, I shouldn't say that's not fair because I'm not the one doing it for a living. If I was doing it for a living, it would be a different deal. I would definitely have a hill to die on. That's part of the thing where like tournament fishing and that type of stuff for me, it just doesn't interest me one single bit because fishing needs to be fun for me. And I guarantee as soon as I make it into a money winning competition, I don't do well with that type of stuff. I get too into it. I get too competitive. So yeah. Okay, so here's the next one. And this might be kind of new to a lot of people. It's one that I still haven't thrown. I just picked them up. So we'll see. We'll see what everybody says about these. I'm trying to always make underrated on top because I think I was flipping these around at the beginning. So that could have skewed some numbers. I'm trying to put underrated on top and then overrated on bottom. So the Mega Bass Karashi. What do you think? Have you thrown the Mega Bass at all, Paul? The Karashi?
Nope. I think we touched on it a little bit. I am a treble hook. What's the word I'm looking? I'm allergic to them. They don't. You want to talk about losing lures? Yeah. Here's a stupid story for you. I literally lost a crankbait the first time I tied a crankbait on all year, besides yours. I clipped it on the dock on the foreswing. Crankbait pops off. The top piece of my 2-piece goes in the water.
Yeah. We all have those days, man. Something just happened to me the other day, and I'm like, dude, it started out a good day, and like it was like multiple things all in a row. And I'm like, okay, we're going down hill real quick here.
Just pack it up.
Underrated. Yeah, I mean, there's something to that, Michael. I agree. A lot of people were winning money on them, so I think there is something to it. I don't know if it's like a real clear water thing. You know, it's a certain situation thing where they do really, really good. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, you can't argue the results. A lot of people are using them and kicking butt on them.
I know. I go back to that Miller, the bank thing. Nobody threw one.
The bank tournament deal?
Yeah. Not one guy had anything. Everything they had tied on was stock of what like you would want to throw as a bass fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
So for you're trying to win $20,000, you have no forward-facing sonar, no nothing. This is what they threw.
So you mean they're throwing normal people stuff?
Chatterbaits, worms, that's what they were doing.
Yep. I get it. Yeah, it's a whole different deal. And that's the thing is I'm not 100% for or against. Like I've used forward-facing sonar. Mm-hmm. I think it is an excellent way to cut out dead water. I think it's really interesting seeing the fish react to it. So like coming from the I don't really care side of things, like I'm not putting my money on it. I think it's really neat. It's expensive as hell, sure, but I mean, that's just like anything. I mean, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on fishing, and you can spend, $200 on your entire whole setup of everything. So it's expensive as you want to make it. When people gripe about prices and stuff, that's to each his own. So people are always going to gripe about stuff. So, okay, let's see. Where are we at for the Karashi? Mega Bass Karashi. What do we think? Ooh, another really close one. Not as many votes, so probably not as many people have thrown it. Underrated. So I'll just show people real quick what I'm talking about. This is one that I want to try this year. I didn't know it was as small as it is. Whoops. I guess I have to actually click what I want to share here. What? Hold on. Share screen. Tackle Warehouse. There we go. But yeah, it's a lot smaller than what I thought. So I think it'll be a fun one to throw. I've got that arc rod that I threw last year. I think I threw the spinnerbait on it earlier this year. Sweet, like BFS type deal. You don't have to go BFS. You can go, a spinning rod or something like that. I don't remember how much it weighs. What am I looking up here? Oh yeah, Mega Bass. But yeah, it's a lighter, smaller, littler bait. So I thought that was pretty cool. Wait, do they not have the bait categories? See, why do each bait thing is not the same? Like it should be at the top. You should be able to do all the baits.
Oh, don't get me started on Tackle Warehouse's stuff. There's.
See, when you go to certain brands, because I feel like this is exactly what I did, right? Yeah. So what? Oh, shop all Megabass. Never mind. User error. My bad. Got to click baits. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Talking crap. Okay. So here, the little Megabass Karashi Twitch bait. So this thing is really neat. Ooh, that color looks bad as hell. I'm going to have to get one of those. But anyway, so this little thing is cool. It's a 2.3 inch, 3/16 ounce slow sink. So think of your topwater walking baits like a little spook, little pot, whatever you walk on the top of the water. This thing slowly sinks, so you can walk it subsurface. If you had forward facing sonar, that type of stuff, you can wait to get it down to a certain point and walk it. But it's just a subsurface walker. Really cool when you see those fish, pushing bait and stuff. Maybe they're not quite fully committing to the top water, or they're just, barely kind of rolling on it, not really aggressively hitting it. Something like this. So this is a lot of times where people will say like throw a fluke, walk a fluke subsurface, or like an underspin, something like that. So this is just a different way to do it with the treble hook. So when they're kind of slashing at stuff, I think this will be really cool, especially this time of year where, toward the end of the year, it's a lot of that small bait, when you see them up top hitting those like little glass fish. I don't know what those are. What are those fish that are like real see-through? I don't know if they're like a catfish or I don't know, but they look like those little glass minnows, they'll call them, real see-through. You can see them flitting up around there. I think something like this, especially like that color, is sick as hell. But I got like a reflective one. They just restocked on them a while back and they sold out like hell, but not that one. I got like a reflective one. I got a chartreuse one, a reflective one. I think one of these. Yeah, I got that color. But something see-through like that for clean water. This one would be, oh God, that looks good. But anyway, yeah, that'll be fun. So that's the, let's see. Did any of that change anything for anybody? About the same. So 50, 55, almost a 50-50 on overrated versus underrated. So probably one that not a lot of people have fished with, but yeah, it's cool. Megabass stuff is expensive, hella expensive. Some of them I think it deems it. Some of it I think is kind of BS, but that's kind of the way for any of them. Again, kind of like Gramps was saying before, if a lure really works and is good, I don't mind paying a little bit more for it. I don't know. I guess that's just kind of my thoughts on it. But what else we got? What other we got? Paul, you got one? You got one we want to throw up here?
I mean, let's see.
What were we talking about?
Oh, swim baits, or not glide baits, like the big baits. Everybody tries to throw those like 7 or 8 inch freaking monstrosities out there.
Well, this must have been dice. I get it. Took me a minute. I'm bass fishing, not playing Dungeons and Dragons. The dice. Good call. Well played. Okay, so here we go. Yes, that was definitely one I wanted to put on here. I'm glad you said that. So let's say big. And it doesn't have to necessarily have to be big. We'll just say okay, swim bait bros will get their chance to vote now. They've all been lurking out there waiting. Oh, bro, if you don't throw this, you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, they're cool. I've never had one bite. I've only had followers.
I'm hoping you were talking to somebody with this. If that's just an in general statement, that could be deadly. Remember to drink your water. Let's see. Bunch of poop baits, but no dice baits. 1,000-yard spools of red labels. Yes, yeah, red label was some good stuff. Now it's gone up to, what has red label gone up to? Let's just see here. We were talking about lines earlier. I don't know how I'd put that. I couldn't really put, I guess we could do like fluorocarbon underrated versus overrated. I think each has its spot though. I'm not one of those guys that dies on a hill of any of the lines. Each one has its spot. So what was I looking up here? I completely forgot. What did I just say?
Glide bait?
No, not a glide bait.
Red
label.
Red label, yeah. Sorry.
Fishing line. Let's go to Seeger. Bob Seeger. $15. Yeah, so it's gone up because a 15-pound, 200-yard thing of that used to be $9.99 at Walmart. So because I think Chris was just saying this. He went out to buy some in Vizex, and it's like, what, $26 for a... Oh, $29. Damn, $30. Which I can't say anything because tactical is expensive too. I think it's like 30. But I love the tactical. But any of the big brands, and we were talking about Sunline before, I think the Sniper, probably about the same price, right? 25. Okay. So Sniper, $25, a little cheaper than the Vizex. That surprises me. I would have thought the Sniper would have been more expensive. Let's see. P-line. 15 thing of this. Oh, they're on sale right now. There you go. $20 for that. So regular 27. So again, about the same. At 25 to 30, it looks like most of the name brand fluorocarbons are the big go-to fluorocarbons. Foundation, I don't know. Guggeners, dude, I know. That's what I don't understand. Guggen has released multiple things in the last year. Yeah, I don't get it because I feel like they're dead. I don't see anything of Guggen anymore ever. And then I randomly saw there was something they just released. I don't know. Let's see. Fishing. Oh, now we got Guggen Bandito bugs. Dude, I've tried them. I've tried them multiple ways, and I'm not a trout fan. I think it tastes, for what everybody else will say, normal fish, when it tastes fishy, it tastes fishy, and like not in a good way. But I don't know. I'm sure there's different ways you could cook it. I'm sure and it would be good, but when I've just like breaded it and fried it, it's nowhere near as good as like bluegill, crappie, bass, walleye, wiper, any of those. All those honestly taste pretty much the same to me. I'll be honest. They have different texture. That's the only way I can tell them apart. Like if I catch different fish, like perch kind of have more of that meaty, whereas like, bluegill, crappie, more of that flaky. Otherwise, they're all delicious. Catfish is like the only one that tastes different, which I love. Fried catfish is good as hell. Let's see. Trench hog. I do like the trench hog. If we're talking old Guggen baits, I agree. The trench hog was a cool bait of theirs. I appreciate that, brother. Debo Custom going on display above the fireplace. That is cool as hell that people will do that with my lures and display them. Hey, there's a Debo Custom up there. I made, when we had our meetup here, I made a big batch of lures so everybody could have a custom, pass the bag around, and everybody got a custom or two. So I thought that was pretty cool that people were excited. Something fun to do. I want to make sure people were fed well, and I wanted to make sure they got a Debo Custom to go home with. So I think we had a fun time. Oh, that's... Go ahead.
Oh, it was outstanding. It was
good.
Great.
Thank you. Yeah, the new Evo, the BFS one. I want to try that one. I think that'll be a fun one for pure BFS fishing. Okay, what were we voting on here? Let's see. Okay, here we know. We need to talk about it. Ooh. It's closer than I thought, honestly. 75 votes. I'm ending it. Here we go. Survey says glide baits. Overrated 57%, underrated 42%. Yeah, and it's the interesting thing is I still just don't have the confidence in them. If you watched my video earlier this year, the glide bait is really fun when you can get on them. I think I caught like 6 or 7 that day on a glide bait. I lost a good one right at the boat. I had another one come off on it. My glide bait was just dangling down under. Like I was trying to reposition. It was down like 3 or 4 foot, and I had a fish absolutely slam it. So I lost a couple good ones that day. But yeah, when they're on it, it was fun. It's just one of those baits I've had multiple times since then. I threw it when I went up to the day you saw me throwing that walking bait. That exact same day for that footage, I was throwing the swim bait. Tons of follows, couldn't get a commit. And I tried different speeds, different, actions. I don't know. So there's definitely something to it because it does draw fish. I will not deny that at all, but to actually get them to hit it and eat it is a different story. But yeah, that's closer than I thought. I honestly thought that would have been a much overrated on the big glide baits. Let's see what else. What do we got for the next one? Chatterbait. Okay, so I'm clear back on the Chatterbait stuff here. Still, I'm at 8:15. I'm a little behind. Sorry. I'm trying to get through here. Jackhammer. Yeah, jackhammer. Those just went up too. Speaking of things going up, I'm totally in my old man stage. I got some New Balance shoes. They're like kind of a gray with like black and yellow. They were supposed to be like Hawkeye looking, and I felt like a total old man when my wife's like, "Oh, you should have gone with the blue outline. You look like your old mowing dad now." And I'm like, "Honey, we don't need to be talking about me looking like an old man." But I kind of am, you know. So hey, shoe fits, wear it. What was I going to look up out here? I just forgot. What was I just talking about?
I don't know. I'm reading the comments.
Chatterbait. Price of the jackhammer going up. So yeah. So if we look, yeah, a little pricey now. 21 bucks.
That's nuts.
That is a beautiful color though. That dirty white for like a shad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the thing is they work. It's just tackle prices are stupid right now. I can't believe the price of some of this stuff. Throw jack. So I'm clear back on, man. I'm way back on the chatterbait stuff. I think I'm gonna have to just jump ahead. If anybody left something, I'm sorry. I'm like 15 minutes behind, 20 minutes behind almost. I'm gonna jump back ahead. So if you've got something you want to throw up, I'm gonna go back here and look backwards and see what the next one is. Scent underrated. Yeah, we can throw scent up there quick. I'm not a big believer in all the scent stuff, like adding the scent afterwards. We probably need to do a couple gear things.
Well, somebody's attacking your Daiwa reels in here. Well, they're not attacking; they're just mentioning.
Ooh, Daiwa, overrated, underrated. We can do that. I'm not afraid of that. They're probably Shimano fanboys, which I get it. Shimano makes great reels. I just got the new Shimano, the Corrado 150. Was throwing actually my spinnerbait the other day on that, and it feels great. It's a damn good reel. Feels just like the old. I forget what changed with that one. There was only one small change. I don't even remember what it was off the top of my head. Yeah, the Corrados are super good reels. I was actually honestly surprised. So talk about overrated. Actually, we can do that because this company has. That's what I'll do next. This company has a new reel coming out next month that I want to try. I'm really interested in it to see how it's going to be. But let's see. So I'm going to go backwards here just to see what else. Okay, scent is what we said. Josh, dude, I know how that goes. My Wi-Fi router has been on the fritz. Luckily tonight, knock on wood, has been good. So thank you for behaving, Wi-Fi. My thing about glide baits is the price to hook up. Yeah. I don't have an answer for that. A lot of them are kind of expensive. Even if you get with like the clutch one, I think the Buka is probably one of the best that I've seen people throwing for the price, like 30 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever that one is. Okay, so we'll see. So I'm going to see what else people are saying. Shimano for live. Hey, there's G-Fan. What's up, buddy? How you been? Didn't you send me my first Shimano, that V3, whatever spinnerbait? I was just talking about you earlier. But I hope you've been good, dude. I've still got my Atari lunchbox. My wife actually redid some of the decorating when I was gone. So I've got like a fishing wall over here. I've got like some old swords and like my Viking hat kind of stuff over here. That's pretty cool. She did my Atari fishing stuff, or my Atari thing and other fishing stuff over there. So yeah, kind of cool. She was just redecorating and adding stuff. But let's see. I don't feel like such a friend now that I talk about jackhammers. Oh, a fiend. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. Stock up when they're on sale. That was like me and Gander Mountain. Take a drink. Stock up. I was just reminiscing. I found some of those old ones of like the 11 packs of treble hooks, Gamakatsus, for 99 cents that I got, at the Gander sale. Hopefully my wife's not watching, but all in all, after spending all that money at those sales, I probably spent close to like $1,000, I would say, going back and forth to sale stuff, getting gear. It was pretty. I had a good YouTube year, and I spent a little bit more money than I should have. That showed when it came to tax time. So one shall learn their lessons.
Yeah, if you saw how many Tackle Warehouse stickers I have.
You could wallpaper your whole wall in Tackle Warehouse stickers.
I have covered in all usable space the inside and outside of a Sam's Club tote. That is my fishing box.
Yeah. It's easy to do. Okay, let's see. What are we feeling like on scents? Ooh, a
Wow.
lot of votes here. 60. Oh my gosh, this might be the most we've had for votes. 80 votes almost, 78.
You know where
And
I sit on
again,
scent.
I'm clipping it. Yeah, my thought is I don't believe in a lot of the aftermarket ones that you add. Um, I mean, a lot of them are oil based, they're going to come off. There we go. So 53% overrated, 46 underrated. So almost a 50-50 with the most votes. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? I know you add some scent to yours.
Yeah, we talked about it at the meetup. I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
like with deer hunting. I think it's you're just covering your scent. I don't think it necessarily. I mean, there may be some science I'm not caring to research, but it's for me, it's just covering up you. Like I smoke cigars, and I know what that does and lingers on your hands. You know, you let them sit in your car and whatever. Who knows? But I just feel like it covers it up. Plus, it does cover up that plastic smell.
But for how long? That's always my question is if how long until it's off and does it really matter? Or did it work long enough to mask your smell to get that off, and kind of nullify it? Like you were saying, at least mask it enough to do that.
Yeah, I've had like the one that's on my I didn't bring it inside, but the one's on my drop shot rod right now, I've had on there for 5 or 6 days, and I fish pretty much every day, and it still has a little bit of the scent left on it. Now that just could be because of the process that I do, or because they sit in a bag in my truck and bake. But you know, to each his own.
Right. Yep, Jim, you got it. It is the baits I'm going to talk about. Actually, a couple of them I'm going to look at. I've actually heard this too, David. The Buka hook hangers break off. There's actually been a few people I've seen that post out on Instagram that they've caught fish on it, but the hook things have broke, or that like they've been fighting one and the hook breaks. So yeah, that might be something to watch. But I say honestly, support the smaller bait makers. There's so many cool people out there making glide baits. In my opinion, by those. So like swamp trout baits, if you go check his stuff out, I bought like one of his soft plastic molds to make some. He's got some really cool like paddle tails. Actually, that'll be the members only live. I was making some of those and talking through it. But he makes some sick glide baits, and they're only like $60. And I know I say only, I know I'm sorry, but in the glide bait game, that's relatively cheap. But there's so many other makers out there making cool stuff that, I would say check them out if you're looking for something like a little bit different.
Have you tried the maxed fishing ones? The T-Rex and the I think is it the T-Rex? It's the Rex and the something else. But he has the BFS one is phenomenal.
Seen those, I think.
Yeah, they made it to Temu already. That's how good these are. I caught a fish first cast. I don't know if that's a omen or what, but on a spinning reel, because they're that light, I could get that thing to do all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
It was like I think it was $39 when I bought it.
Yeah, that's the cool thing too, is like you get some really cool, weird, different stuff on all of those small bait makers testing stuff. Okay, but I threw up here real quick now. We'll see where it ends up going, but I'm just going Shimano versus Daiwa. I know it's not an overrated versus underrated, but just kind of curious where everybody lands for that. We had some talk about, y'all already kind of know where I stand. I think I've beat that horse a lot. I'm a Daiwa fanboy. I think best brakes on the market. I think Shimano has the smoothest reels on the market. So it kind of depends on what you want, but let's see. I'm going to end that poll. I kind of wonder where people were, and that's what I thought. Honestly, it'd be pretty mixed bag. 77 votes, 53 to 46. So yeah, Shimano got the slight nod, basically like Iowa State beating Iowa today. The slight nod by 3. Yeah, what do you do? Okay, so how about this one? So this is my next one when we're talking gear. What do people think? Oh my gosh, hit the wrong button. Help me, Tom Cruise. Okay, what do we think? Baits reels, underrated versus overrated. So the only one I've got so far, I ended up, whoops. Sorry, Paul.
All good.
So the only one I've got right now, because I really wanted to try one and it was in purple. I had some tax money left over. I was like, screw it. I'm doing it because people have been asking me. when we go to casting reels and we go over to baits, I did splurge and buy the Hundo purple. It's got the good knobs. Here's my thing on it, and there's going to be a full review coming. Fit in hand, amazing. It's small. It's like a little 80 size reel with like 100 size spool in it. So super comfortable. It's got the great knobs. You don't have to upgrade it. My only thing with it is the brakes, like it kind of feels like noisy. It's not that it doesn't work. I was actually flipping or skipping that Big Bite Baits fluke that I was just showing you guys at the beginning about. I tied one of those on and was skipping it around some stuff. I didn't catch anything on it. And that's been the dagger with this is whatever I've had tied up on it, I've never caught stuff on it. So it's like whatever I choose to put on it, I need to just take that out and figure whatever they're eating and use that. But it skipped really well. But the problem is the price. So remember when I was saying like some things I'm okay to pay more? I mean, I can have a Tatula for $200. So would I take this over 2 Tatulas? No. Is it a bad reel? No, I really like the reel actually, but for that price. So, you know, these are CNC. They take one block of CNC. Both side plates are CNC aluminum, which you never see. You know, the aluminum handle side plates, something I look for in my heavier duty stuff. Some of the, you know, the Daiwas have it. Some of the higher price Shimano's, you know, like the Trank, some of those that are meant for bigger fish and stuff. But for both side plates, even the side plate that comes off, for that to be aluminum, you never see that. So I understand that adds a little bit to the cost, but for $400, like that's a big chunk to chew for somebody. And then if we back up, this is the thing that I'm the most interested in. So this is supposed to come out next month. Hopefully I can get my hands on one before they sell out, but it's the Baits EDC. So it's their DC reel. DC reels were all the talk there for a while. I feel like they're not as popular now maybe, but thing with this one is it's their cheapest bait caster now at $200. It's a cast aluminum frame. So like your normal aluminum frame reels, it's just a casted aluminum instead of CNC'd, but $200 on their DC reel. What do you all think? What do you all think for that? And does that change your vote? I don't know if you can change your vote. Maybe I should have led with that. Sorry. But that was my thing. I wondered if maybe a lot of people haven't seen her. They don't care, but let's see. CA. Okay. People talking about some reels. Ooh, that would be a fun one. Yeah. We can see what people think on that, Dave. Leaders. Both. Yeah. I should have had a both button.
Somebody asked about tri-polymer line a couple times for winter, I think is what I saw.
I don't know. Is that like a copolymer? I don't even know what a tripolymer is.
I assume that's what that is. I tried copolymer. No, I'm good.
Daiwa, all the Daiwa Shimano. Yeah, I should have added a both. I agree with that. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either. Both are the big dogs in the industry for a reason. They both make great reels. Close. Yep. Close. Figured close. Stratix. Daiwa still good. Yep. No idea. No. Okay. Yep. Here we go for the bait stuff. So can't say. That's what I figured for a lot of people. Can't say, haven't used, too expensive. That's kind of my vote too. So let's see. I haven't even looked at voting. What's everybody say? Oh, wow. That's more lopsided than I thought. I thought that might be slightly closer. So less votes on this, I think, probably because not as many people have used them. But if it pops up here, maybe, come on, pop up here, show everybody. But it was like 89% to 11%. There we go. Oh, it ended. 86% to 13% overrated. Yeah, the price of them is just, I get where they're coming in at, but I'm interested to see what they're going to do to hit more of this market, because I can't imagine, like in today's realm with so many good options out there, that they would just be crushing it. I mean, sales must still be good for them, because it seems like they've been, you know, they just released not only that, but I guess I could go back here. They just released this EDC. Plus they come out with the Hundo 50, which is kind of another size in between. But again, $400, $450. Swim bait reel, $400. They've got like a BFS reel, $400, like expensive stuff. So I guess they've got one for $329. Oh, the goat is $299. I was thinking everything was over in the 300s, but yeah, still $300 being their cheapest before this one. So I don't know. I guess they're still doing well, but that'll be the first one I'll buy to try at $200. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we can go here next. Let's see what everybody thinks about this one. I feel like quite a few people use these. Leader lines. What do you all think? When it comes to spinning reels, I'm definitely braid to leader for all my stuff. I like the leader lines.
Yep.
Bait casting, I hate to use them. I'll be honest.
I have 7 reels tied on, and only 2 reels have all of one line.
Straight.
That's both are fluoro. Everything else is, or no, one's braid, one's fluoro. I'm sorry. Top water is the braid, but for what you get, bang for your buck, cast farther. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Especially on spinning stuff, you get, and I guess maybe because more of my spinning is more the finesse stuff where I really want to make sure I feel that bite. So you get the increased sensitivity, and that's for anything. If you don't mind tying a leader, if you have a combo that's not that sensitive, if you're using like mono or something on it, you switch over to fluorocarbon to a leader, it ups your sensitivity, 5-fold having that braid main line on there. So, maybe that's a thing too. If you got, maybe just a couple combos and you're like, man, I really want to make this a little bit more sensitive. Makes sense. I just don't like the bigger knots on, the bigger line for bait caster stuff, but I don't really have a problem with it on the smaller spinning things. So
I think you need to, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I think you need to test that knot.
I saw that. I saw your video on it. It's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Talking about somebody likes to tinker. Paul made his own. Is that on Instagram?
I got it on YouTube too, but Instagram's my main.
Okay. Yeah. So Paul's testing out his own kind of leader knot that he's made up. So go check that out. Oh, I did a horrible job with that. I'm sorry. G3 fine. Baits, where they can find you. Where else can they find you on Instagram and the YouTubes?
So it's G3.baits. That's my Instagram. Website's still not live. I'm just there. This is my second gig. It's not my main gig. So, I just do what I can. And then I put how to rig the T-worm and then the leader knot on YouTube just so people could find it easier.
Yeah. And do you have your 30-06 bait there, the Pew Pew? So if you guys remember, I did an unboxing a while back, and this one was quite the popular one. It's a real casing of a 30-06 that he used to make the mold to make these Ned rigs, which are sick as hell. They look great. I didn't have them with me the other day. I was going to throw those because I'm like, dude, I need to throw that. But making his other stuff too. So he'll have, as soon as you have your website and stuff up, man, I'll be sure to share that. Yeah. If you guys and gals are looking for that stuff, I don't know. Do you do orders if people like hit you up on Instagram if they're interested?
Yeah, I'm running right now. I'm still doing customs and stuff because it's just easier for me to do this like with Zelle and and everything else because I don't got to pay the credit card processing fee. I don't got to deal with any of that stuff. So
right.
If you guys want to anything custom color and stuff, just keep in mind this is a second gig. So if you're asking for some batch of weird laminates or whatever, it's gonna be. I'll talk with you directly, but you're talking 3 or 4 days for me to get that out, at least.
Oh hell, that's nothing. People are used to my giveaways, which usually take like 2 to 3 months. So I'm sure they'll be fine waiting a few days.
Oh no, it's one of those things because I also make them at my other job. Actually, allows me to make them there. So for me,
that's sick.
Yeah, no, they're part aside from your video, they pushed me into doing this.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
Yeah, awesome, Ozzy. I agree. I did the exact same thing. Yeah, if you get a Tatula 80, I'm not sure if Gomexus makes BFS spools for any other ones, but yeah, I got a BFS spool for my Tatula 80, and it worked great. So yeah, you can have 2 reels for like just over $200, especially if you can find a Tatula 80 used. For sure. Ooh, yeah, we should just do regular DCs, Joe. That's an interesting one too. Let's see here. Where'd we end? Ending the poll. It says 85 votes, 67% underrated. I agree. I think more people need to try them. I think people don't have faith in their knots. And if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. You'll get a knot down. I still use the Alberto. It's not perfect. It does have a little tag in that can kind of catch, but I can tie it in like 30 seconds. And I don't have break-off issues with it. So you can try. FG is probably the best one out there, but it's a pain in the butt to try for me, to tie for me anyway. Like Paul, you can look up his knot. He's been tinkering, or you can find one of your own that you like. You can go double, uni to uni, something simple. It's a bigger knot. It's not the smoothest, but just to get it down and see if you like it. I agree. Ooh, here's an interesting one. Here is one that I have had. I've got no skin in the game. I've thrown them just a handful of times. I think I can count on a hand how many fish I've caught, but it's something that intrigues me. And I would love to get on a bite. There's a local lake here that I've got a buddy, actually a couple people, one of my other buddies, his friend, they've got on good bites out there. There's wiper, bass, schooling fish, that type of thing, where they've got on these A-rig bites that is just insane. But I think I've caught pike when I've thrown it, pike both times, and I think only like a couple bass. So I am not the guy to talk to about it, but yeah, I would love to get on one of those bites where they're like, dude, they're just hammering an A-rig. I mean, they were so good, the bass, the tournaments took it out, right? Because people were catching so many fish on them. Just pay attention to your local laws. If you didn't know, each state has their own law on A-rigs and how many hooks you can have on it. So here in Iowa, we're a 2-hook state. So be sure to look at that. Some have unlimited, some have restrictions, but hey, the Inquisitive Prince, are connection knots over or underrated? That's just kind of what we're talking about there, man. I think people will say they are, how would I word that? I think not enough people try them and they think they're overrated because it's hard, and then they just end up not doing it. I think people just need to have more confidence in their knot tying and just tie them more. So thank you for the $2, brother. I appreciate that. Hopefully that answers your question. But that was kind of the question of leaders.
Yeah, I think people just get stuck in the old school, or they're new to it and they're just not ready to start just doing things. My good buddy, literally, I put braid to a leader on his spinning reel for the first time ever yesterday.
And how did he feel using it? Was he like, whoa, this is a big difference?
He hasn't done it yet. He's traveling right now, but I was like, not to bash P-line. He had some P-line he bought from Bass Pro, and I don't know if they just didn't spool it right or what, but that thing, I had curly cues coming off as I was trying to unspool it.
Was it the CXX?
It was fluoro. I don't know exactly what it was, but
probably the CXX. That stuff's cheap and it is super wiry. It's super strong though. Mm-hmm. It is not smooth. So like that for 15 or 17 pounds, what I have on my swim bait. Yeah. And it's like, it's thicker than normal. So like 15 pound of that would probably be like 17, 18, 19, maybe even 20 in like regular fluorocarbon. I bet it was the CXX. That stuff is really wiry. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. No, I gave it back to him to use as leader. We'll see.
That'd be interesting to see what he says if he's like, whoa, this is a big difference. Because I feel like a lot of people that have, when they've never tried it, they're like, whoa, this is pretty sweet.
Well, now he throws a dork shot all the time because of me.
Oh, God.
He was a crankbait guy, and then I outfished him. Well, I still outfish him most days, but even as a kid, he's on my Instagram a lot, his son, and yeah, he loves it.
Nope, no, the goat isn't. The goat's not CNC aluminum? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought all of theirs were. What? No, I'm pretty sure they said this is their first one. I'm pretty sure the goat is too. All of theirs are CNC.
Maybe just the frame and not the side plates?
Oh, yeah, that I don't know about. Yeah, it says right there. Bar stock, cutout, CNC, even the goat. So yeah, the EDC is the first one they said that was not CNC'd. Yeah, I don't know about side plates and all that. I just know about the one I have. I can't speak to the other ones, but yeah. Okay, so what did I put up here? What are we voting on? Oh yeah, A-rig. What do we think? 59 votes is all? Do we have not a lot of A-rig throwers out there? I'm going to end it. Yeah, I just don't have the time in on them. From the bank, I think it's just such a big, cumbersome thing to throw and get snagged that I don't think a lot of bank people throw it probably. It's more of a boat thing. Yeah, overrated, huh? Yeah, I mean, if you can get on a good bite where they're eating, a swim bait or something, I would just rather throw that, like a paddle tail or something, than having to mess with that whole thing to have a big combo. I didn't realize we were an hour 20 in too. Let's get a giveaway rolling, then we'll do a few more of these, and then we'll call it a live. But I want to make sure we get a giveaway in here.
Yeah, I bought one from Hooked Up Union. You might want to look at. he's a local guy online, or not local guy, small guy online that does, like, I use 16th ounce jig heads on it. That's the A rig.
Oh, so one of like the more finesse little ones.
You can throw it on a bait caster, just a standard rig, and no problem.
Yeah, it was actually Hank Baskey that got me into one, or that told me about one. I forget who it is. Shane's Baits, I want to say, now that I'm thinking. I can look here. I know I'm not sharing with y'all, but #fall will be for custom DEBO bait. I don't remember what all I have over there. I think some cranks. I've got a couple poppers, a walking bait, I think, and then just fall lures, whatever you want, and I'll hook you up, whoever wins.
He just said Shane's Baits.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Shane's Baits is... Okay, yeah. If somebody verified it, yeah, Shane's Baits. It's like a little tiny A-rig that's actually the one I'm talking about. So all the fish that I've caught have been on that. Mm-hmm. I don't use the big, huge, crazy ones, but... okay, so what are we getting? Leader lines. Talking about knots, W-Uni, Alberto. How does that work? Let's see. How does that work on the spools for BFS? Aren't the brakes different also? I'm not sure what that is for, like leader knots.
I don't know. That was back in the combo.
This was 8:54. Yeah, I'm not sure. That was 6 minutes ago. Hey, Mike in the house. What's up, Mike? Hope you're well, my friend. Alberto, FG or nothing. Yes, Chris, thank you. 179 people watching. Less than 100 thumbs up. Give the thumbs up. Come on, baby. Helps the channel, I think. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Do what you want. Firm believer that the best knot is the only one that you can tie well and fast. I completely agree, Jim. Agree. And if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. Never thrown. Haven't thrown the A-rig. Originally for striper. Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. Don't throw it. I hate them because everybody in the South throws them over the winter. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Mini A-rig. Oh, Chris, I've got a mini A-rig for you. When we meet up, well, if you want to throw it before, then you'd have to do it. But yeah, I've got some somewhere around here. We just have to find them in DEBO'S warehouse down here. Ooh, I troll the A-rig a lot. That's interesting. When I bring people who aren't great casters. Huh. That's interesting. Looks like you've definitely found success with whatever you're doing, Clay. Damn, those are some toads.
Yeah, I'm hella jealous.
Yeah, P-Line CXX is a copolymer, so. Yeah, fluorocoated, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people hate that line. Yeah, and that's the thing is you got to go down on it because it's wiry. I mean, I love P-Line, and I'll even tell you flat out that it's wiry and not easy to use. So, but it's strong. It's strong as hell. That's the whole thing behind it. It's supposed to be strong and break resistant and stuff. So I usually just go down in what I use. A-rig situational. Braid to leader. Oh, Minnesota's one hook. Oh, yeah, I've got the one from Bass Taupe too. His is really nice as well. I completely forgot about that. Yes. Bass Taupe has one as well. Bass Taupe, good friend of the channel. He's a nice dude over there. And actually, I don't know where close to you, but I think he's close to Chicago, Paul. Bass Taupe Lures. You have to look him up. Super nice guy. He's been on the show a couple times.
Pulling it up now.
He's over in the Illinois area, but yeah, he makes a little A-rig as well. So
my problem with the lives is I usually have a short bedtime on Saturday nights because I golf.
Oh yeah, are you golfing tomorrow?
Yeah, but I have a 7:30, so I'm good.
Oh okay. Well, we won't be too long.
Oh, dude,
85. We only have 85 entries. What the hell, fishing friends? Come on. #fall, custom DEBO bait, and some lures. Unless the giveaways aren't that important, maybe nobody cares about a giveaway. I don't know. Oh, and I forgot. I was going to do a members only giveaway. I'll pick it on the video. I'll pick it on a members only live video or the video I got coming up. Okay. Andrew, first time watching, enjoyed it. You'll be back. Well, thank you, dude. Appreciate you hopping in and checking out. Never used the A-rig. Yeah, a lot of that with A-rigs. Yeah, and that's the thing is some of them are just so big and cumbersome, especially, yeah, if you live in a state like Minnesota. Slow down, mouth. I didn't realize Minnesota was one hook. Yeah, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of throwing an A-rig.
Yeah, Illinois 2, I think.
Illinois, yeah, we're 2 here. Hashtag fog. We got more entries. Hashtag fog. Okay, 92. Come on. We've got 170 some people watching. We need 100 entries. Come on. Get over 100 or I'm not giving anything away. So Debo for president. John, you would not want that. I would not be a good president. I switched from golf to fishing. Hey, there we go. Or you can do both. Do both.
Sometimes at the same time.
What else? I feel like there was one other thing I really wanted to get on the vote. We didn't get nearly as many. We had good conversations, though. Paul, thank you again for hopping on. I appreciate that. Short notice.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun.
Jim, you and Rob are going to be up next, so you and Rob better get ready. That'd be fun to do a live with everybody that was at the meetup. Chris, need to get you on. Brando, I need to get on. Brando and I haven't been able to get out at all. He was moving and he's had some other stuff going on, so I need to get him on a live, especially if we get out in October. We have an annual trip to a lake that'll be coming up. And then he wants to go to the river and target some smallies, which will be fun. Yeah, Corey, we got all kinds of people. Ralph can hop on for one. Okay, what do we got? 95. Oh my gosh, we need 5 more entries. Come on, Fishing friends. Let's go. Let's go. Get the sensors ready. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. As long as we hold it to just only a couple curse words, usually we're pretty lax here. It's a family show. I might let one slip once in a while. I try not to, but
I don't know what it doesn't even, I register when I say it, so.
Oh, yeah, I had to do a whole bunch. No, you've been good. You've been good. I didn't even say anything ahead of time. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, if you had, I probably would have. Go figure.
Mike, question: if fall is a time for large baits glides, is it worth committing to it for a full day for a monster? That's the question, isn't it? I feel like if I didn't do the YouTube stuff as much, I would. Trying to get video footage. I hate going out and spending a day of not catching anything. I know you could go and try to make a story of it not catching, but I don't know. But yes, I mean, from all the glide bait stuff, the glide bait guys will tell you, yes, it's worth it because that's what you're looking for is just a couple bites from a big one. So comes down to how you want to fish, I guess, Okay, 96. We need 4 more entries. Is that not say 96? Yeah, 96. Come on, 4 more people who haven't entered here. We're losing people. We're at 170 something now that I'm saying we need more votes. We're down to 162. People are like, screw it, I'm out. No? All right. Well, we're going to pull it. Last chance. I'm going to say must be in the U.S. now because I think the whole Canada thing is even more expensive now and messed up. And I don't even know if I want to mess with that. So I'm going to say you got to be in the U.S. if I'm sending you anything. That's a change. I know. I'm sorry. I'll have to check on that to be sure and see. But I'm pretty sure they just said there's another thing they've added to Canada shipping. Anyway, yeah, must be present. Must be in the U.S. You have to email me. Screenshot or YouTube so I know it's you. Who's it going to? Who's it going to? It's Pat. Hey, Pat, longtime subscriber. Pat, you know how to find me. You just have to make sure you're here. Oh, yep. You just commented there. You still here, Pat? Pat, are you here? Got a comment. We got to make sure you're here. Then we'll maybe take a couple more questions and then we'll call it. Pat, are you here? Yeah, spinnerbait. Honestly, people are talking about spinnerbait storage. The bags is what I've gone to for spinnerbaits. Pat's pooping. Is Pat gone? Pat, if you're in the restroom, hopefully he literally just commented right before I shared his win. I would think he's here.
Yeah, that Evolution tackle, their backpacks have it like built in now to the back of them, or they did when they got designed. I don't know, but
really,
yeah, like they have 3 of those poly clear pockets on the back.
Oh yeah,
just for that.
Yep, yeah. Actually, it's the Evolution one. They sent me a bunch of stuff to try out and stuff, and I've liked all their stuff a lot so far. Just the regular bags. There's a number of companies that make them now, but these. I'm going to switch it over here. So congrats, Pat. You know how to find me. That's my email. Email me at debosfishing@gmail.com or just hit me up on Instagram, either one, because you are a long time subscriber, and I already know you. So, okay, so I will take this off real quick. Yeah, so if we go over to, let me go back to this. Okay, what the heck were we just talking about? I am the worst, dude. My ADD goes.
What?
I was just, yeah. What were we just, oh, the backpack. Okay, so yeah, the evolution. So, and you can pick whoever you want, Busby or whoever is your favorite. I've just been using these, like I said, since they sent them, and they have done really well. The only thing is, I will say, I did get water in it, and it was something that I pointed out when I very first got them on the zipper things. There is a little hole on the side of the zipper.
Yeah.
And if I had it facing down, I think it would have been fine. So these are what I've been using. I have like my buzz baits and spinner baits and some frogs. I had one of these in my tackle crate, and the top was up. And this was the day that it absolutely drenched us. This was the same day that destroyed my GoPro. It was raining so hard. So I think through just like regular normal, rain, if it gets on it, it shouldn't be an issue. But I would say make sure your zippers are stored down. And I don't think it would have been a problem at all. But when you close it, there's just the tiniest hole, like right here where it can't. Like they almost need to have a flap like right here that comes up over the zipper. Yeah, so your zipper goes like under it. Yeah, something like that. But that's been the only thing. Otherwise, all their boxes and stuff, 100% waterproof. Plano was 100% waterproof, like the Plano Edge, the yellow ones. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the ones, every single one got water in it. I think I had 2 or 3 of them, was the Flambeaus. And honestly, before, if I would have taken a guess of like, I want to go all these, like I love the Flambeaus, but that's the only thing is they all got water in them. The blue hinge ones that are like rust proof, supposed to be waterproof.
Yep.
Yeah. These, like every single one got water, which sucks because I like how like small and compact they are. The cheap Planos, none of those did. I think I had a couple of those. So if you're looking at just like the cheaper Plano stuff, all those were 100% waterproof. I forget what they're even called. The Plano, yeah, just like the regular, these regular ones. Only bad thing is I have broke a couple clips on these, so honestly, that is one.
My kayak fiasco, I only take one tackle tray with me now on the kayak. So
yeah, nope. I've made damn sure everything I've got now is tied down or in a thing where it can't be lost. So
yep,
I learned real quick on that. But yeah, these were all waterproof too. So. Yeah, I've liked the evolution ones. I've heard a lot of people. I have only got the one Busby, which has been good. The AAA guys gave me when I went to meet them last year. A little bit more expensive the Busby stuff is, but I've heard really good things. Here of their boxes too, and they've got one of the similar or some of those similar bags, like that I was talking about. Like this actually is another one that I've been looking at. For putting under my seat. So right now I use 2 of the 6 cents bags. They're not waterproof or anything.
Nope. They work.
Yeah. Throw a couple of those under my seat, but I've been looking at something like this. Same thing for like Evolution. I think they have one that I was looking at, but something like this where I could put like a couple of them stacked.
Sure.
I think might be better for plastics under my seat.
Could be.
Evolution had...
Doesn't Plano make like an empty, non-divided box that you could put underneath?
Probably, yeah. Oh, see, I thought they had, maybe it was just their big bags. Oh, I think that's what it was. They have the real big size. Yeah, that's what it was. I was going to try a couple of these too. But just messing with them. But those 6 cents ones, I fit 200, but they're tough to get under my kayak. Oh, here's the other thing. I now keep my spinner baits in this.
Yeah.
When I take it. So I keep like my spinner baits on my bottom too, because I don't have very many glide baits, and I keep glide baits in the top too. And you can just lay all your spinner bait flat in there, and this rolls up like a little suitcase pouch deal. So that thing's pretty sweet too, especially if you want swim baits. I think this is the best one on the market to store those.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
But if you go over to 6 cents, this is what I'm using, and I like it. But like I said, they're just a bit tall. Where is it? Storage. Yeah, these. I have 2 of these under them, but they're tall enough where they get in the way. So that's why I kind of want to go to a couple of those flat ones. But these work well.
I don't know if you saw this. This is what I I've got.
Oh yeah.
That's what I use, and yeah, they're not waterproof, but it barely got any water in it when I tipped.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was underneath my seat. So it works. I've got like 3 of them. They work pretty well.
See, I'm gonna go back here. I am way behind on comments now. Okay, so he said he was here. Congrats. Evolution has the best. Yeah, I haven't tried their backpack yet. They didn't send me those or anything, so but it looks cool.
Yeah, it's got that. Like you said, it's got those 3 or so pockets in the back. Because my Cast King tackle box has the top flap of the lid, rather, has the plastic in it, so I keep my spinner baits up there.
Monster bass. Okay, seems like people are just talking about bags. All right, well, listen, I think we're gonna call it there. Time for bed. But listen, Paul, thank you again. Everybody, go give Paul a follow. Nice cat. Appreciate you hopping on. Everybody else, we will be back. I've got some guests lined up. Hopefully, if they pan out, but otherwise, we'll be back in next week. So, love y'all. Thanks for watching. And until next live.